Welcome to the Soon Podcast.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Soon Podcast.
I'm Alyssa. I'm a doula and a functional health practitioner.
And I'm Mandyland. I'm a style curator and a home decor and furniture buyer.
And we are back, baby.
Back after the craziest, dare I say, craziest weekend of my life.
Honestly, Amanda threw an iconic party, and we're going to be talking all about it today.
Alyssa has lots of questions. No, genuinely, I didn't post a ton about the party leading up to it. And so I feel like when I posted it on social media and I was like, it's my Mandyland party, everyone was like, what the hell? And it was so fun. It was literally the best night of my life. And I mean, I guess second to my wedding, but this one was all about me. So
we're going to dive all into it and how you can throw a party as well.
Yeah, let's dive into the details. For those of you who don't know, our parents own an event company. It's called Themers. Shout out. So we've been around events for our whole life. But I feel like my sister and I never really had parties growing up, just sporadically. So my parents get really excited when we have events because they have all the props, all the crazy stuff, like giant pirate ships, sphinxes. Like they're not regular event planners. They're more like props, decor,
themed events.
So they were so excited when I told them that I wanted to have a rager of a 30th birthday party. I called it Mandyland. Of course, my name is Amanda Lynn, and I was like, I want it to be all the things that I love and some of the things that I've never done before. And I really wanted it to be a mix of like a carnival / Candyland. Like I just wanted it to be a smorgasbord of pink and fun and girly and cuteness.
Yes, and it definitely was. And you've been talking about doing a 30th for so long.
Yeah.
I wanted to throw a 30th for my husband, and then we ended up getting married that year. So it was just a busy time. And then for my 30th, I ended up going to a winery.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was like the perfect chance. We were so excited to finally like throw a big party. And it's not an easy feat, you guys. Like I was telling Amanda, you got to get on this like ASAP. And so, yeah, tell them a little bit about the planning process.
Yes. So I started planning this years ago and I was like, for my 30th, I'm going to do something crazy. I always have like, I really love celebrating my birthday. So I'll do like a birthday week. I'm very dramatic about it. If we go, we could literally walk into like Ace Hardware and I'm like, it's my birthday. And my husband's like, what the hell? So I knew that I really wanted to do something special because 30 is so special. I mean, every year is so special, but when you hit a milestone, I'm like, why not? You know, why not? And so that was my thought. My initial planning was doing all the things that I've never done before. So a mechanical bull was number one on my list. And a number two was a keg stand, which I did end up chickening out on. We just had enough going
We made
on.
it more chic, and a keg just did not fit the vibe. Plus, they're way more expensive than
I'm not really a beer drink. Like, I was scared that it was really going to throw the vibes off if I like couldn't handle it and then I like threw up or something. So,
oh my God.
I was like, you know what? We'll just skip it and we'll go like a cuter route. But that was the whole baseline of the plan. And then I knew, of course, my parents being in the event industry, they have tons of carnival props. So I was like, bring everything you have. And my dad's like, everything? I'm like, everything, right? Like, why not?
Yeah,
like,
they do a lot of like carnival themed things, and it's fun for a party because there are games that you can play. So they had
we had beer pong, darts, and then the mechanical bull. Of course, there's like so many more games, but I was also like, I mean, we're adults.
Yeah.
I don't really also want people just like gaming it up all night. I would have died for like a foosball, but we don't have that.
Foosball?
Is foosball the one where you throw skee ball?
Oh, okay.
Skee ball, because we did have a
I was
foosball and
like,
I
that's
nixed
not
it.
very carnival.
No, it's skee ball, but we
Yeah,
didn't have that, so.
that would have been cute too.
So, I started planning this probably 2 months before the actual party. I sent the invitations out a month and a half before, which I think is really early. I actually got really nervous
I
that,
don't think
like,
it's early enough
I feel like a month is a good amount of time.
for a baby shower.
Yeah, so I sent them out a month and a half early because I knew in summer, like, everyone was gonna be traveling. I mean, it's the dead of summer in Arizona, so I knew a lot of people were gonna be out of town. A lot of people did end up being out of town because it was also Father's Day weekend. Happy Father's Day to my dad, and all the dads out there, but
Yes.
but so that was the start. I made my little paperless post. That was my go-to for sending invitations. And I feel like for a lot of people, the hardest part is literally just getting started. So I think we should talk a little bit through like what the process is and how we start with our events.
Yeah,
What do you
how would
think?
you say?
So I think my favorite part to start with is just coming up with a theme.
Mhm.
So like what kind of vibe are you going for? Is this going to be fun? Is it going to be chic? Is it going to be a dinner party? What would make you happy on your special day? Whatever kind of event this is, whether it's a birthday, a celebration of some sorts, like what would make you happy? What do you want to see there? And I would start there. I would make a list. Obviously things get really expensive really, really fast. So I would also start budgeting out what you can afford, what you don't want to pay for, and then start working that in. I always start with a Pinterest board because I feel like when you start pinning stuff, it automatically just starts coming together what your actual vision is, even if you didn't think about it in your head. Don't
Mhm.
you think?
I definitely love a Pinterest
I have
board.
to have a Pinterest board.
But I think something that is important is unless you're having a yearly party, your budget is pretty low. We like to have big things, and that makes it such a moment. So, spending money on personalized things. So, she had a huge Mandyland sign. Tell them a little bit about that.
So I knew from the beginning things that I really wanted to spend money on were obviously the mechanical bull. I put that on the card because I knew that I would be able to talk myself out of it if I didn't like say like this is going to be at the party.
Hmm.
So mechanical bull went on the invitation. I knew I really wanted signage, something fun that screamed Mandyland. Of course, my parents have a really great sign guy, so that was super fun.
But you can reach out to just your local like sign company
Yes,
and
so
see.
many sign companies will make them. I don't think they're that big of an investment. They're not cheap by any means, but I would say like you're you're in like the $200 range
Yeah, I mean, it
for
was a
a
big
big, like I think it was
6
like
foot.
6 foot.
Mhm.
So
And it really packs a punch and it makes you feel like you're at an expensive event.
yeah,
Another thing is getting props, which those can definitely add up. So it's really up to you, but one big thing is going to take your party from one level to out of this world level. So another thing is the games. Like that was just so cool and different. I
yeah,
know growing up, my parents would always try to have something funky at their events. So one time they had a tarot card reader or a
a
magician
magician.
and or a band, like something big like that.
Something that makes people like, oh my God, this is like so fun.
This is next level.
Yeah, so I wanted to have a few elements so obviously, let's just talk people through it. We're obviously going to post about it on soon so you guys can see it. But we had tents set up in our backyard, so carnival tents, and in each booth was a different game. So we had darts in one and then beer pong in the other. Then behind them we had the mechanical bull, which I got that off of Facebook Marketplace.
Someone who
So
is renting it out.
someone was renting it on Facebook Marketplace, which I will say I probably reached out to like 65 different people on Facebook Marketplace. I'm not even joking. Every single person who had a mechanical bull listing, I reached out to. I probably got 3 responses. And the people that actually brought the bull weren't even on Facebook. I booked with someone on Facebook and then she ended up canceling. And she was like, wait, my friend has a bull. And they came through and they were amazing. If anyone wants a bowl, call me and I will give you their number. We did have one little hiccup though, because I wanted obviously a pink bowl. And then the bowl that I got was not pink. It was actually I can't remember what it said. It said like lazy and stupid in Spanish on it, which
Yes.
is it's fine. You know, it's not really screaming Mandyland, but that's okay. And then it had like giant flags on it and like giant green cactuses. Like it was not really in theme. And so
No.
you know what we did?
It was like a fiesta theme.
Yes, which is amazing.
Also a good theme.
Also a great theme. Just not Mandyland.
Yeah, maybe no cultural appropriation, like
Yeah,
w
yeah. So I got some fabric and I tied a giant bow on the top. I covered the lazy and stupid, because we don't want to belittle our guests at Mandyland, but I can swing it. And then I wrapped the pillars so that way there weren't, just all the
yeah,
things everywhere. And
that
it
was
made
the
it look
last minute.
so cute. That was
Mhm.
your call because I was like, I'm just going to leave it. Screw it. I'm exhausted. Like, I can't handle it anymore. And also was like, you should do something cute. So I did.
I was like, "People are gonna be posting with this bowl."
She's like,
So,
what do you want to do with this bowl? And I am so glad that I did because honestly, it looked so cute with its little bow and its little red. Like, it was very much in theme. So, you're
yes,
gonna run into little hiccups when you do events, but you have to just figure out a workaround and
roll
just
with the
play with it, and it's
punches.
gonna be fine.
Yes, another easy thing that people can do that's actually affordable and just can spice up the space is, like, putting up string lights, which I think a lot of
Totally.
people know, but they just don't think to do it for an event, but it really makes it feel special.
It does. We have string lights up in like the backside of our backyard, but not around our pool area. And that's where the whole party was. Cause obviously it had to be pool party because it's the middle of summer. And so we did string lights. My dad hung them up, bless his heart.
They're not an
They
easy feat.
they're not easy. But well, that depends. It kind of depends on your yard size and like how big your fences are and stuff. We don't really have fences around our pool, so we had to like put up a whole situation. But
Mhm,
I do think that they're worth it for sure.
mhm.
Here's a couple of things that I was not wanting to spend money on, but we ended up spending money on them. And I'm very, very, very grateful that we did. So my husband he's very much like he's hands-on with the planning, but he's like, I want to be hands-off during the party. I want to do as little as possible. We want to enjoy, which I'm very much like, I can do it all. I can do whatever, blah, 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 blah. He's like the opposite. And so it actually really helps balance me out because I got to just enjoy the party. But a few things that we did that I wasn't planning on doing was we got a bartender and I think that if your friends enjoy drinking and like you enjoy drinking, you don't need to get blackout. I kind of did, but that's fine. But I feel like it takes off the pressure of anyone like if you're hosting and you just have everyone drinking wine or something and then they're like scared to ask for another glass, like it takes all the pressure away. And we had the best bartender. She was so funny. She had the heaviest hand of my life. The first drink she made, I was like, I'm not gonna make it through the
Oh my
party.
god.
But that was something that I really, really was happy that we ended up doing because I didn't have to worry about if the drinks were cold or if we were out of soda, anything like that. Another thing that we ended up doing was we had a taco guy come and he made all of the tacos. He's actually been to a couple of one of my really good friends, a couple of her events, and so we loved him. I was initially going to have hot dogs on a roller, and we got like a roller machine on Amazon. And it was like a big one, like I think QT hot dogs. And like people are gonna be able to do their own stuff, which I still think would have been really cute. She was
Yes.
mad
I
because
was very anti-tacos. I'm
it's
like,
out of theme.
our whole life is themed events, and this is off theme. And one of the biggest parts of a carnival is the food. And so
I feel like you can get tacos at a whatever.
I'm
Anyway,
anti the
I knew
taco
that he
part.
was amazing. I had already tried him and he was I just was excited to book him. Otherwise, think about it. We would have had to be checking on are there enough hot dogs? Are they hot enough? Is the machine still going? Oh my gosh, is the ketchup still cold? Do we need more mustard? Like all of that stuff was just no longer on my plate. And I feel like if you really do want to just have like a chill birthday where you can enjoy yourself and not be stressed, those are the things that you have to think about. Like, is this actually going to stress me out? Should I hire someone or is it not going to matter? I think if we had less people, I would have just left it as is, but we
Mm.
had like 35 and I was like, I feel like that's kind of a lot of people to like worry about feeding. So,
Yeah. Well, I'm pro hot dog, but again, we have a great themed event if you want a fiesta.
anyways,
Anyways,
I loved the tacos and I stand behind them.
yes, they were very delicious, and I had a taco cart at my wedding. So, I mean, what can you do?
What can you do?
But yeah, that is a big thing, I think, too, is having a catered party that can really take it up a notch and decrease your stress. I know when I'm hosting an event, I've never had a catered event besides, like my wedding rehearsal or something.
Mhm.
But that's always the biggest stressor for me because I always like to cook for people and host, and the food is always a little stressful.
100%. So,
Mhm.
those are a couple of things. What did I spend money on that I regret? I would say there weren't a ton of things that we purchased that I regret buying because I feel like we mapped it out really well. Thanks to my mom. Shout out. And so a couple of things. One, we went way over on alcohol and
Mhm.
we bought a lot from Costco. So just fun fact,
In
if you
Arizona.
buy, yeah, in Arizona, if you buy from Costco and they're unopened within a certain amount of time, you should be able to return them. I don't know if he was just being super, super nice, but we got to return some bottles. Same thing with Total Wine, but we did not tell the bartender that we were going to return anything. And so we bought so much because you just never know what people are going to gravitate towards, what they're going to drink. So we bought like the giant Hendrix, we bought like the giant tequila, all the things. And our sweet bartender wanted to be so helpful and so prepared that she opened all of the bottles for us before. And so we had like 6 bottles that no one touched that were like the magnum size, but we
Oh my
couldn't return them
god.
because they were opened, which was a bummer. But,
You'll be set for life.
we will never need to buy another tequila bottle again, that's for sure. And then I did hire a family friend who was the cutest in the world for our mechanical bull operator. And she did amazing. I don't regret having her there in the slightest. I will say that the second, like, people weren't really going to the bowl like all night. Like, I
I
feel like
think
that's kind of something you have to hype yourself
they
up
wanted to
for.
be so drunk.
Yeah, people wanted to be drunk and they wanted it to be dark, and I didn't
Mhm.
even think about that. I thought they would be hopping right on the second we opened the floodgates. And so I had her there from 4 to 9. Poor thing, she probably did like 4 rides and like
Mhm.
half of them were me. And then the second I'm like, "Okay, you're good to go home." Everyone was
It
like,
was 9
"We want
PM.
to ride the bull." And I was like, "Fuck, I just sent her home." So
Yeah.
my brother-in-law is my other bull operator. Shout out Paul. You just got to roll with the punches. So he was about to go to bed. This one was cut and loose early. I'm still kind of pissed off at her.
It was a
She was
long, hot day.
she was going to bed and Paul was like, "I'm going to say goodnight." And I was like, "You're actually going to help with the bowl because
Yeah.
I just let her go." And he did. And you know what? That was like the best part. Everyone was like cut and loose. They were going on ride after ride after
Oh
ride.
my god.
He did not go to bed for like another hour. So
Did they write it
thanks,
after
Paul.
he went to bed?
No, no one
Oh,
else
okay,
did.
okay.
No, because everyone was a little too drunk to like be operating
Oh
it.
my
Because
gosh.
it goes
It can
fast.
be a little
It can be
crazy.
intense.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did you have a least favorite part about throwing the party, or what was your favorite part?
So I feel like my least favorite part anytime, honestly, I do anything is like inviting people because I get so nervous,
Mhm.
and I have like so many amazing friends. And of course, I want them all to be there. But I think I talked about this on the last podcast. But like, I get so stressed, like, even sending out the invitations because you get like that instant imposter syndrome. Like, I was thinking, I'm going to send this out that's like, "Come to Mandyland." And people are going to be like, "Who the hell does she think she is?" Like, what?
That is crazy that you thought that.
Yeah. Well, That's what I thought, and so, in fact, I sent out the invitations, like, in batches because I was like, my heart can only take, like, 10 people at a time.
Oh my
So I would,
gosh.
like, send it out, wait a couple days, send out the next batch, like, I feel like that's really stressful for a lot of people, so I feel for you, and if you start, like, overthinking it, just rip the Band-Aid off, send it out, and just go with it. Because even if just a couple people showed up, like, we still have had the best time,
It's
and
true.
just have fun with it, and don't put so much pressure on yourself. I know that that's, like, the hardest part of events too. Even after we were setting up, I was like, "Is this too much? Is this not enough?" Like, it's just you just get so in your head, and I feel like you lose the plot, you know? Don't
Yeah.
lose the plot of, like, why you're having the party.
So, one question that I do want to ask, because you did not have to spend this amount of money at all, because we had so many of the props, we had all of the games, my parents like have the hookup.
Yeah.
But let's say someone wanted to throw a similar event, what would the starting budget be?
Do we wanna talk about this?
I think it's interesting.
So, I think, it's okay. It really depends. I feel like we'll start with just the props on their own and not the add-ons. So if I just wanted to have like the games, the tents, the signage, I mean, I feel like you're looking at like 5,000 because, and I'll tell you guys why. One, it's a lot of props. So, like, the setup is the hardest part. My dad, thank God for him,
Was
and
there all day, like 10 hours
yes,
setting up.
my dad did pretty much everything by himself, and then he had my husband do a ton, and then my brother-in-law came and he helped
And we helped too.
a lot, and we helped too. But I would say he was, like, bringing it all down in the dead of summer, so he would have to start setting up at, like, 5 in the morning before it gets really, really hot outside, setting up the giant popcorn boxes, which are all like, they're not styrofoam,
These are
they're
like
all wood,
8 foot tall, by the
8 foot
way.
tall, you have to blow up all of the beach balls to fill in them. He had to paint all of the props because some of them were older and, like, he hadn't brought them out in a while, set up
But
all the
basically,
tents,
it's a lot of manual labor,
a lot
and
of manual
so you
labor.
definitely have to account for that when you do a prop rental,
Yeah.
but you can definitely call anyone, a local prop company near you, tell them your budget,
Yes.
and maybe it's $1,000 and say, "Can we do anything with this that's in this realm?" And maybe they'll even drop off the props and have you set it up, like.
Yes, there are so many workarounds, so I feel like I don't even like to say the budget because I feel like it scares people because I mean, but I had a lot of props, and so one, you can always pick and choose, like, "Hey, I just want some tents, what does that look like? Oh, I just like the Ferris wheel," and that's not just with themers, but with literally any company. You can call, see if they can arrange you picking something up if you have a truck and trailer, anything like that. I feel like there's a lot of workarounds to make it more feasible for people. And then, of course, I think if you add on, of course, the bartender, these are things that I didn't even think about because I saw the price of the bartender and I was like, oh my God, that's great. I didn't even think about the price
The
of the alcohol.
alcohol? Yeah.
And so when my husband went to Costco, because thank God it had to be him, because I would have been nickel and diming everything. I would have
Yeah.
been like, you know what? We don't need vodka. We actually are not drinking that.
Yeah.
But the alcohol adds up so fast. Water bottles, like regular sodas, everything like that, it adds up. It just adds up. It adds up really quick. And I did have a few meltdowns and I didn't even have to pay for the props and decor, but just over everything else because I was like, oh my God, it's just it just gets expensive. And I never in my head think of how much things really are. So I think I told my husband, I was like, we're going to spend like $500.
Are you
And
joking?
that's like not even,
This was an event, sis.
I don't even, and so when we went above that, I was like, I don't understand. I was like, I'm so confused. I thought that we were good.
I think somewhere that you can skip out on is the bartender. Like, I love getting those big drink dispensers. You can make a
Hmm.
huge sangria, something like that. Obviously, it's going to be a different vibe of a party because people aren't going to be getting their favorite drinks and trying different drinks, and so that makes people drink more, blah, blah, blah.
I just wanted everyone to, like, have a
A blast.
blast, and
Yeah.
I was like, I've been to a few events with a bartender, and I've been to so many without, and I love them all, but, like, I just know with a bartender, I'm like, "I will have another martini. Why the hell not? There's a bartender here." Like, it's
Yeah.
just fun, and I love that.
It's true. I feel like people will stay longer because they know, like,
Mhm.
this was really intentional for them and
Yeah.
whatnot. But
Yeah.
that is another hack that anybody can do as well.
Something Here's a quick fun hack, but if you live somewhere hot and you're having an event outside, one thing that my mom brought, which I thought was really cute, and I gave her some grief for because I was like, I don't really want those, and she put them out still, so bless her. But mini portable fans. She
Mhm.
sprinkled them, like, all throughout the party on the high top tables, and I was like, "No one's gonna use that, that's crazy." And literally everyone had, like, a little portable fan because it was toasty.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
a pool
toasty.
party, but and once the sun went down, like,
Then it was
everyone
great,
felt great, but at
but
first, the first hour or
it
so,
was
it was
hot.
hot.
It was hot.
Yeah, so we had the misters going, the little fans, and everyone was in the pool. It was really fun and sweet, and yeah, I think it was a crazy success, so good job.
Thank
But
you.
I want to ask about other themes, and we can give people some other ideas.
Ooh, okay, I have a list.
You do?
Yeah, of, like, my favorite themes.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I do. This is one that I loved. Okay, so one theme that I'm really, really loving right now is Palm Royale. And I feel like
Mm,
it's kind of like tropical vibes. Like, it's just very fun and very flirty. So think like pink and cabanas and color and just super like flamingos. I feel like it's perfect for summer.
that's really cute. I
Yeah.
love that idea.
So literally, like, I wrote here retro Palm Beach glam, like, just so cute. And I feel like that's the perfect way if you are doing like a pool party theme to just elevate it. And I think that for anything, if you're having a party of any sort, like, say you want to have what's the theme? Just like a basic.
Western.
Say you want to have a Western theme. Don't just say, like, come to my Western party. Say, like, come to Alyssa's rodeo, the Rosie
Mm.
Rodeo. Like, something like give it a freaking name.
I like the Palm Royale because I feel like you can have mojitos as a
Hmm.
drink and oof, just really cute little.
You could have the fun glasses, like the plastic ones. I think that that's so cute.
You can put little guavas like scattered around the party, little like
100%.
Cuban goodies. Okay, that's very cute.
Okay, what's yours?
Ooh, okay. This theme is cute. Desert disco. Uh, Everybody loves a disco theme, you guys.
Ugh, it just never gets old. And seeing disco balls at events and in the
Mm,
scale is just so fun. It could be a daytime event and I see disco balls and I'm like, I am here to
yes.
party.
And
I love it.
everyone has something disco-y that they can wear, whether that's, flowy pants or like fun sunglasses or like a bandana around their head.
Sequins.
Like people love that theme. So I
I
think that's
agree.
so cute and it's timeless. It can be for any age group, I feel like.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. My other one that I love is Old Hollywood Supper Club. So this is one that you'll
Ooh.
probably have to look up on Pinterest. I feel like it's very niche, but think like vintage, glamour, feathers, very sexy, kind of like Studio 54, but a
Evelyn
little bit,
Hugo.
yes, like just very chic, very
And for
cool.
that, you can like roll out a red carpet, which you can
Mm,
rent from people.
think like, what was that? What's that girl's name from the Casino movie in that really sick, gorgeous dress with the bob?
What? I'm not sure what we're saying there.
Hang on.
If anyone knows what she's talking
Girl
about.
from Casino. Scarface.
Oh, Scarface. Oh my
Scarface.
god,
I
whatever.
misspoke. Sue me.
But you can do a casino theme along with that as well and, like,
Casino themes are
hire
so
what are they?
fun.
Like, hire the blackjack
You can
tables
hire
and
the
roulette.
dealers.
It is so fun.
It is the best.
Obviously, you don't play with money, and that
Yeah.
makes it so much more fun, and you can actually, like, learn because if you go to the casino, obviously, you can't really learn there. So, it's really fun to do it with a professional and
Yeah.
play around with your friends. events.
Yeah, I love that. That's so fun.
How do you get ready for an event?
Ooh, ugh, it's so tough. Weeks and weeks and weeks of prep. 45 rounds of Botox. No, I'm just kidding. Kind of. I'm not kidding. I actually got Botox and then I didn't think I got enough. And I was walking in downtown Gilbert. There was a sign that said up to 10 units of free Botox. And I walked my ass right in there and I said,
What's that about?
give it to me. She did.
There wasn't
No strings
you didn't have to
attached.
buy anything?
Not a string attached.
Hook it up.
I did leave her a Google review, and if you're in downtown Gilbert, I really liked her.
What the hell?
So,
I'm dead.
anyways, besides that, I always give myself a spray tan. I always map out my hair so that way I can like be prepared and I'm not like running around being like, what kind of hair do I want today? So think like the week before of like, what is your outfit? What kind of hair do you want? What do you need to do to get that look? Obviously, I might be a little bit more high maintenance
I was
than your
gonna
average
say my
bear.
type B personality couldn't.
Yeah, I was prepped. The only thing I wasn't prepped for was my outfit.
Mhm.
I literally picked it the day of. I got my swimsuit a while back,
No, like 2 weeks ago,
2
you
weeks
were
ago.
struggling with the swimsuit.
I went and here's where I go wrong. Every single time I'm looking for an outfit, I'll try and 45 that are absolutely perfect. And I'm like, there's got to be something better. And I will look at every single website. I will be up till 2 in the morning being like,
Mm.
pink swimsuit with bows. And my husband finally was like, you're going to Zimmerman. And I was like, I'm not buying a Zimmerman swimsuit. They're crazy. And he took me there and I did buy a Zimmerman swimsuit and it was on sale and I did love it. And you know what the craziest thing is I said to myself, I'm like, I'll know it when I see
Oh
it.
my god.
And we were there. We were there in the store and he showed me 900 options. And then he hands me like his little iPad of all of their swimsuits. I clicked the one that they did not have. And I was like, that's my swimsuit.
They
And
handed you an iPad?
he was like, because I was like, I want to see every swimsuit that you offer.
Oh,
They don't offer that many. They only offer like 50.
okay.
So
That's a
he was
lot.
like, here's this, here's this, here's this. I've worked with him before. He's really, really nice. God bless him. And I was like, I don't know, it's not doing it. So he was like, okay, here's my eye. Like it was like in White Chicks when she was like, no, someone throw shampoo back and she's like, try this one. That was him. He's
Oh
like,
my
here's
god.
my iPad. You can see
Here's
everything.
anything.
And I was like, that's the one, the pink one with the bows. And he was like, I don't have it. And so we had to order it and he was amazing. So
Yes.
he was a little nervous about it with my skin tone. He did, yeah. I was like, you think it's gonna make me look naked? Cause he's like, it's not pink. It's like nude pink.
It is pink,
And
but it
I
was a
was like,
little
do you
mauve.
think I'll look naked? And he's like, maybe you should get a spray tan.
Oh my
And
lord.
I love that. Like, you
Yeah.
need the honesty. And so, yeah, so I ended up getting it, loved it. And then, you know what my next problem was is I didn't know what bottoms I was going to wear because
Like
I
a cover
couldn't
up.
just wear a bikini. Yeah, I needed some bridges. So I went this, that, and the other. I went to Last Chance about 400 times. And my mom, again, coming in clutch, I had favorited a couple things on her Amazon account and she just ordered them. Thank God she did because I literally would not have had anything. So I was like freaking out. I was like, I have nothing to wear. And she was like, everything is coming on Monday.
She ended up with like the cutest little, it was almost like a showgirl little
Yes.
skirt.
And my mom ordered that. Like I didn't even see that one. I think she just
Oh my
ordered
god.
it and was like, she should just try this. And
Yeah.
so, you know, you got to
You
mix a
looked like
little
Taylor Swift.
showgirl, another great
Yes.
theme.
Okay, so here is a question. What do you think?
Wait,
What?
my whole point of that was to say the biggest thing that you have to do for yourself before you have a party is give yourself enough time to get ready. Because I feel
Yes.
like we run into this a lot and I think I did a really good job this time, but usually we're like still curling our hair and people are walking in. So
Mhm.
give yourself literally 2 extra hours than what you would normally give yourself because while you're getting ready, you're going to have to run outside and check on something. You're not going to like this. You're going to have to redo something. Give yourself extra time to get ready and also to take pictures
Mm.
because you're going to be so busy
Mhm.
at your party and like you'll get pictures with people, but get your pictures. Like I got our picture me and my parents, it literally sounds like a wedding.
I know. Well, we never got a picture the rest of the night.
I know, and I didn't get a lot of pictures with a lot of people because we were just having fun. So, get your pictures of not only yourself, but also the event
Yeah.
itself before people come.
Okay. I love that. And speaking of weddings, what do you think about a themed wedding?
I think weddings themselves are theme enough. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like a wedding is it's not a theme, but it's
A vibe.
it's its
Yes.
own
It should be a
moment.
theme. Yeah.
But I don't hate it as long as it feels intentional to the couple. Like, if
Mhm.
Omar and I were like, we're gonna have a Western themed wedding, you guys would be like, what? What?
Yeah.
But, if I said I'm gonna have a pink themed wedding,
Yeah, I
he'd be
think you
like,
can
"Oh,
have a palette. I think you can
yes,
have vibes and
touches."
inspiration is
Mhm.
totally cool. Like ours was like desert meets the sea was the
Yes.
color palette
Mhm.
and Paul's a surfer. So we also had like a surfboard there like to hold on to the seating chart and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
But that was pretty much it because you don't want that to be the main focus. You don't want it to feel kitschy and you don't want it to feel cheap, you know?
Unless you really love if you guys both really love a theme, then, like, do your
People
thing.
do it.
It's your wedding.
Yeah.
But if you're like, "Oh, it would be kind of fun to go this route, but I don't know if that's, like, kitschy or not," like, just know it's kitschy.
Yeah, just
So,
don't. Just
just,
don't.
if you don't wanna be kitschy and you're debating on having a themed wedding, then just don't
Okay.
do
And
it.
then you already said you did a paperless post. So do you think that that is the way to go for most events now?
Not weddings,
Okay.
ever. In my opinion,
Mhm.
I just like a formal invitation. On the flip side, though, I just I don't do anything with them. Obviously, like, if you're my best friend, then you're going up on the fridge or you're, like,
Mhm.
gonna be in my office, but I feel like most of the time, like, you throw it away or it gets lost and then you don't have anyone's information, you can't find their registry, and then you're like, "Okay." So, I mean, I feel like it's a double-ended sword. I feel
It
like
really
paper
is.
invitations are definitely going out. I love a paperless poster, an invite for anything. I think a wedding, I personally love a formal invitation.
I agree. Even though it is so nice to have the online invitation and the reminders and it just does it all for you.
You know what else I love that I feel like people are gonna hate on me for?
What?
I like a handwritten thank you card
Oh, I mean, that's beautiful.
versus, I mean,
What?
people don't even. Well, you can send them out, like, on paperless post or, like, an
Oh.
e-something, but I
Mhm.
just think there's nothing more personable than being like, "Thank you for my god, people the amount of money that people spend on people at weddings, like,
Yeah.
write me a note."
Yeah. No, that's it's true. Although you spent a lot
Actually,
writing
don't
them.
write me a note because, like, I don't think I'm not really at the level to, like, I'm not spending enough on people's gifts, like, I do my best, but there are some people that I'm like,
Yes.
they need to know, like, you just bought me a fucking vacuum or
Yeah.
something crazy.
So a wedding is
Wedding
that's
is
it.
an invite, and then everything else can
That's the
be
thing. It's the one time where
virtual.
you should do
Yeah.
a physical invite.
The
So,
other thing about, like, sending things in the mail is, one, it's not cheap. Like, it's very expensive, I feel like, to
mhm.
get the postage, and then you get them sent back to you, and then by the time you get them all out, you're like, weddings, you have so much time where you send out the invitations versus a normal party. It's like by the time someone's card gets back to you that didn't get delivered, it's like the party's over and you missed it.
I keep yawning
I know,
and
you're making these
it's
insane faces. I was
insane.
like, and I'm like,
I thought it was so sly.
not even a little, Alyssa. I'm just ignoring you. I'm like, am I boring you?
No, we just had a long day and a long weekend of partying. And so it is, we had to get this episode recorded, but it is almost, bedtime for old Lissy here. But I'm excited. Next week, we're going to do the report and sisterly advice. So, write in for that. We have a couple questions. But I've been reading a lot, so I'm excited to finally share. I just finished Yesteryear. I want to talk about it. And yeah, what else do you have to say about your party, Amanda?
That I feel like we kind of touched on everything. Of course, if anyone has party questions, send them our way because we love parties. But truly, at the end of the day, just make it something that you want to go to. If it's your party and you're celebrating yourself, then who cares what anyone thinks? And truly, like, it is just so easy to get in your head over everything, every little detail. And so just enjoy it, have fun, and party on.
Well, I
Anyways,
I am throwing a 4th of July party and I did get a curveball. So, my 4th of July party last year, it was very fun, very quaint, literally a barbecue, not like an event. There was beer pong, blah blah blah. This year, everyone's like, "Can I bring my kids?" And I'm like, What are they going to do? Like what are they going to do?"
what are they gonna do? I mean, you guys don't have like a pool, so it's not like they
So,
could just be
I asked
splashing
the moms
around.
that and they said they love anything with water.
Are you gonna put like a splash pad
I
down?
think so. It'll be on the deck. Yeah, so this is a whole new era of life now, and
The
so
the worst part about here's the thing, I don't have kids, so it's easy for me to be like, "No." But Alyssa has literally the perfect house with, like, the cutest furniture,
Mm,
and I wouldn't say it's, like the house
kid
is babys
friendly.
yeah, but, like, the furniture is, like it's not shit. And so if you have a bunch of just wet
I
kids with,
know.
like, their
I'm
muddy
like,
little hands,
"Paul,
and
we
then
have
they
to
run
cover the
inside and they're,
couches."
like, jumping on the couches because 'cause they're kids, like, obviously. That's the worst part for me because I just don't know if I can personally witness that. I'll be, like, blocking the
I
couches.
know, I
"Get back
know.
outside, Timmy." Like,
So, we'll see because I'm
it's
scared.
tough.
But I'll let you guys know how that goes when the time rises. That's in like a week and a half. But, anyways, thanks for joining us. We love you guys. And please like, subscribe, share all the
All the
things.
things.
And we will talk
Talk
soon.
soon.